Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing on KQEG-TV with Dan the Voice Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning.
Welcome in, race fans. Seven Rivers Racing, KQEG-TV, along with Paul Reichert right there, and that guy down there, that's Billy Doc Niles. We're going to bring you the entirety of Oktoberfest Race Weekend, the 49th Annual. We're going to give you all the results in just one segment. Think we can do it?
I think we can.
Just think. Big Boar Barbecue, Big Boar burnt ends, pulled pork, everything on the platter, including the saran wrap that comes with it.
And the plastic fork.
One of our big sponsors, Big Boar Barbecue, supplying us with the program this year. Of course, we have these guys here. We have Epic Vinyl and Back 40 Wraps, along with... Someone say it.
Fanzarena.com,
the official clothing supplier of the TV and the radio program.
Don't forget Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. Get that furnace checked out. The temperatures dropped earlier this week, so get that furnace checked out before it's beyond repair.
On the program, we're going to the end of October. Today's show, we're going to show you Oktoberfest Thursday, where Steve Bachman nails down his track championship, and the late model feature, where Steve Carlson was also crowned the champ. Over the next 4 weeks, you're going to be watching all kinds of replays shortened down from Oktoberfest Race Weekend. So without any further ado, we're going to give you the results from the Oktoberfest Race Weekend, starting with Thursday in a really, really cool super late model futures race, where Ty Majeski and Casey Johnson went back and forth for 6 laps through lap traffic. It was Ty Majeski winning the race, followed by Michael Sauter, Brian Sire-Keski, Casey Johnson, Austin Nason failed post-race inspection.
And of course, Corey Jankowski dominated the hooligan race over Ryan Hinner and Justin Mundyke.
And qualifying with a new track record set by Ty Majeski, an 18.574 in the futures. Then we went to the grocery tobacco outlet, tobacco outlet plus grocery late models. Ty Majeski ends up winning that one. No contest there. Steve Carlson second, Nick Panetsky third. Carlson wins the championship. Panetsky wins the Chase Championship.
And an exciting B feature for the late models. Tom Carlson had a great pass on Tolliver to claim the victory in that race. Carter Christian third.
Qualifying overall for the La Crosse late models, I ended up giving Ty Majeski 4 faster than the speeding bullets on stage last weekend. He did it here with a 19.742.
And in the Dean Late Sportsman feature, the Horn, Rick Sherhorn came back and he won the race over Tyler Sauter and Eric Campbell.
And Randy Humfeld was the fast qualifier, 21.451 to pace the field.
Auto Value Thunderstocks. I talked to Caleb Hardy after the race was done. Says, I got a brand new car for La Crosse next year. You could see it when he powered through and won the feature on Thursday night. Qualifying went to Billishot with a 16.274. And complete pest control Hornets. It was Chris Thunderberg winning the race. Jaden Schock. Wow,
what a race.
That
was impressive.
Kudos to you, Jaden, for what you did out there in front of all those people at Oktoberfest, taking home second place at 15 years old.
And gave Thunderberg everything he could handle in that race, and some.
Jimmy Bjorkman takes third. Of course, the championship goes to Brandon Lemoyne.
And an exciting B feature that saw Sean McCarthy the victor over Luke Geisler and Jack Litzheim.
Auto Value Street Stocks, they just ran one race. It was their big 20-lap feature. Matt Moore patiently takes his way to the front. He'll win the championship. Tristan Drazkowski was second. Scott Polzniak third.
And in the bandit feature, Scott Schlafke scored the victory, although he had to do with the hard-charging Justin Schlitsky to claim the victory. Schlitsky, thank you. Third was Lyle Phillips.
And in qualifying, it was Nick Schmitz with a 16.544.
And the outlaw feature, Corey Kempkes from Appleton, Wisconsin, claimed the feature win over Dave Edwards and was modified, and Rick Bruskowitz from Slinger.
And when it comes to qualifying, Corey Kempkes breaks Dan Young's track record at 13.814, the new standard for the Outlaws.
In the double O, the car is one of the ugliest ones you're going to see out there. He's had it for 12 years, and he did it again. Double O winner was Phil Maloff. Mark Bornitz took second. Good battle those two had, and Dave Edwards took home third.
And on Friday, an exciting Dick Trickle 99. 99. Segment 1 went to Johnny Sutter over Austin Nason and Dan Fredrickson.
Segment 2 went to Ty Majeski. Paul Schaefer Jr. was second. Michael Sauter was third.
Segment 3 was won by Jason Weinkauf. Johnny Sauter second. Casey Johnson third. Your overall Dick Trickle 99 winner was Johnny Sauter. In the stubby for the Dick Trickle 99, it was Justin Mondyke, followed by Luke Fenhouse, John Beal. You guys liked that race.
That was a heck of a finish there. Fenhouse, man, that last lap dive just couldn't make it stick.
And in qualifying, Dan Ferguson was the first to go out, and he set the bar, and he stayed there the whole way over Jacob Gady and Austin Nason.
Great Northern Sportsman Series. Eric Campbell, after having a really good Thursday night, comes out, holds off Randy Humfeld to win the Great Northern Sportsman feature. Chris Webber third, Jason Toma fourth, Colin Nicias fifth. Toma will be your champion.
And yet another new track record set in Great Northern Sportsman qualifying. Scott Luck turned a 21:088.
In the Midwest Truck Series Friday night, nice attendance there, 18 trucks. It was Mike Corvo, young man, winning the feature, followed by James Swan, Dave Edwards, Luke Fenhouse, and Kevin Knese.
And yet another new track record following Jerry Brickner turned a 24:11 in qualifying.
And, of course, their series champion will be crowned at Dells Raceway Park next weekend.
We turn to the Big 8 late models on Saturday night. Main event there. Ty Majeski, Michael Bilderback fighting traffic. In the end, Majeski would be the winner until his car failed post-race inspection, handing the win over to Michael Bilderback. Jacob Gady second, Steve Carlson third, Chad Wallen fourth. Jeremy Miller is declared your champion on his retirement race.
Fifth Big 8 late model title. No one's ever done that before. Then some idiot stole his trophy out of the campgrounds. I was not going to let that go by. Big 8 race series officials found out that was stolen. They are going to make him another one.
And to the B feature, our own Matt Henderson started the pole, led the whole way, holding off Jacob Nonstad for the victory, Zach Riddle third, and Michael Beamish fourth.
C feature went to Sparta's Jason Stark. He looked really good all weekend long in that late model. Ryan Gudnick, E.J. Waldron, Carter Christensen rounded out the C feature.
And qualifier number 1, Bobby Wilberg was the victor there over Joe Nicias and Ty Majeski.
Qualifier number 2, Thunderstruck winner Owen Giles wins over Michael Bilderback and Grant Brown.
And overall qualifying went to young Brody Willett and Jacob Gady. To the Mid-American Stock Car Series we go. Tom Lethe nails the feature. He and his uncle Danny Gilster, who finished second, did double O's up in turn number 1.
That was cool.
James Swan, Randy Humfeld, Bill Prezzo round that up. And Ron Vandermeer Jr. took 6th place. He was your 2018 Mid-American Stock Car Series champion.
Their first heat, Ryan Goodneck, 2016 champion, was the victor over Randy Humfeld and James Swan.
Heat number 2 went to the Franklin Flyer, Bill Preitzel, Paul Nicias, and Ron Vandermeer Jr. followed him across the line.
And in qualifying, Randy Humfeld set the bar in the Mid-American Stock Cars over Ron Vandermeer Jr. and Ryan Goodneck.
To the Midwest Dash Series we go. When we started the night, well, I'll tell you what, man, Brandon DeLacy was going to win the championship. Car breaks, hop-ups into a backup car. Things didn't look good from there. George Seliger wins the feature, followed by George Sparkman, Phil Baloff, Patrick Tickey, and Scott Sishelski. Seliger captures the 2018 Midwest Dash Championship.
And
by 1 point.
Big time 1 point.
Jim Belling took the first heat over Ashley Bell and Brandon Bergstrom.
Phil Maloff paces the second heat, followed by George Selinger and Tim Jackson.
Overall qualifying went to Gary Stark, followed by Dave Oringer and Scott Sishelski. Arca Midwest Tour time.
Oh, odd dash for them. Went to Dalton Zier got back after his wreck in the Detroit 99 over Jonathan Island and Jason Weinkauf.
Even dash went to Chris Weinkauf, followed by Andrew Morrissey and Luke Fenhouse.
Qualifier race number 1 was Minnesota's Nick Mergic, followed by Billy Moen and Michael Sauter.
And Dennis Prundy in the Anderson car won qualifier 2 over Rich Bickle and Trevor Sauter. Good battle between them.
Ty Majeski paced qualifying, followed by Dan Fredrickson and Jacob Gady.
To Sunday we go to the 40th annual Oktoberfest Race weekend. It was Andrew Morrissey, followed by Paul Schaefer, Jonathan Island, Dalton Zier, and Travis Sauter. After the race and post-race inspection, both Majeski and Johnny Sauter and Jacob Gady, the top 3, were DQ'd. Dalton Zier's 4th place finish gives him the 2018 ARCA Midwest Tour Championship.
Then we move on to the Big 8 JMK 63, an invitational much like the Dick Trickle, 3 segments. Segment 1 went to Iowa's Brody Willett, followed by Jacob Gady and Steve Carlson.
Segment 2 was won by Gady over Brock Heinrich and Carlson.
Segment 3 went to Steve Carlson. He never even ran this race before. He was followed by Jacob Gady and Brody Willett.
And when it comes to overall, Minnesota State Champion Jacob Gady is your overall winner of the JMK 63, followed by Carlson, Willett, John Baumeister Jr., and Brock Heinrich.
Last 2 series to run during Oktoberfest were the Upper Midwest Vintage Racing Series Modifieds. The top 2 were DQ'd, meaning Tom Kors did not get the win. Woody Poole, 4, in a row. That's 4 Oktoberfest features in a row. He was followed by Tom Ruffner.
Yo, yeah.
That's really weird to say that name.
Yeah. Justin Jessup, in his first time in the Tide car that Kenny Hutchins owns, won the first heat over Jim Olsen and Ralph Catone.
The 2 trickle cars dominate Heat 2 as Todd Courage defeats Ken Lewis and our boy Tom Ruffner. First time in racing ages, comes home third.
To the modifieds we go. The Franklin Flyer, Bill Preetzel takes home the feature event. Dave Edwards, Rick Hoppernall, Kevin Seidler, the Sidewinder, and Bill Tedeschi round out the field.
And in the heat race, Bill Preetzel, the Franklin Flyer, won that race over David Slack and Bill Tendetsky.
That is it. We did it in segment 1. All the results.
Knocked it out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
And got to give kudos to Bubbles, Frank Cryer's wife, Bubbles. She won the pet parade contest.
Again.
Who won the pumpkin contest? The Statman failed again, Bill.
Well, that's good, because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Segment 2 coming up. You're going to see Steve Bachman do something he's been trying to do in a long time. Knock down a championship. That's next on 7 Rivers Racing.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Boar Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system or schedule online at careyheating.com.
Welcome back, race fans. 7 Rivers Racing, KQEG TV, along with Billy Doc Niles and Paul Reichert. Tell you what, I give a lot of kudos to these two guys for knocking it out of the ballpark during our live simulcast on Saturday of Oktoberfest race weekend.
We had food.
We had a lot of good food. I want to thank Kevin Ramsel for coming onto the program and all the guests we had as well. Well, I tell you what, it's been a long time coming for Steve Bachman.
It has been. You go all the way back to 2014 when he had the chance to take Sheck at Oktoberfest. It rains out. 2015, I believe, he broke his hand.
Lost 6 races.
Yeah, lost 6 races. 2016, just didn't quite get it done. 2017, doesn't quite get it done. 2018, can he get it done? Let's find out here as we check out the last few laps of last week's La Crosse Sportsman feature at the 49th annual Oktoberfest race weekend.
12 laps remain. It has been all the Eric Campbell show. Leaders on the front straightaway. Thomas running second. Rick Schermerhorn into the 3rd position. Tyler Sauter 4th. And the Great Bay Brian Hesselberg is 5th. Then it's Brad Worth, and then it's Schultz and Weber door-to-door. Steve Bachman right behind. Then you've got Tom Lethe, 4-time winner this year, and Dan Secor, nice, just working his way through the field right behind them. Quick-time qualifier Randy Humpfeld, and former track champion Danny Gilster.
10 laps in, 10 laps to go. For Campbell, Toma, and Schumacher top 3. Campbell out with a nice big lead over Toma. I think if Toma's got anything, he's got to start showing it now.
Schultz loses 1, now 2 positions down the back straightaway as Gilster and Humpfeld get by. There are your point leaders. Coming out of turn 4, Weber a 1-car advantage of Steve Bachman. Bachman has a 12-point lead. It's going to take a lot more for Weber to win this than where he is now.
The only thing Bachman has to do is stay real close to Weber's bumper, and then Bachman's got it.
Tom Lethe trying to reel in Steve Bachman. Again, we have a chase champion we're going to be crowning tonight as well. Steve Bachman going for his 3rd in 4th year. Schultz has problems. He went off in turn 3, came back on, and he's going to try to get it to the inside wall. Smart driving.
Great job keeping this race green all the way through. We only got, 13 laps in, 7 laps to go. Great race so far. Let's see what's going on up front.
Dan Secor, problems in turn 3. He'll pull off. He will be our Rookie of the Year for the Sportsman division this year. once again, your race. Oh, caution's going to fly on the speedway. Oh, under the Lacrosse Tribune sign, we have a sportsman that's backed his way in, some sheet metal damage. And I cannot see from my vantage point who that is. Billy Doc Niles.
It is the 22 of Brad Warthen, Dan. Warthen spun her, backed her into the wall. He's moving, but we can't see how much damage from where we're standing.
Pace truck, rather. And 2x2, they're coming out of turn 4, led by Campbell. Here they go, headed for that green flag. Let's go to Dan Diker.
Oh, we're back green.
Side by side, Toma half-car advantage of the line. So close they were, you could have slid a credit card down in between the top two cars. Oh, problems. The Zimmer slingshot, Jeff Thompson too high in turn 2. He pitches man. Thompson losing positions left and right. Former Sportsman Rookie of the Year. Back up front, it's Campbell. Here comes Rick Schermerhorn. Schermerhorn knows this track like everybody else. Jason Toma slipping backwards. Sauter takes his position with 6 to go. Then it's Hesselberg, Bachman, and Weber.
Battle for the lead as they come into 3 and 4. Schermerhorn's looking towards the inside of Campbell. Here we got side-by-side battle as they come to the stripe.
Fantastic sportsman race here this evening. Awfully tight. Campbell gets pushed to the outside. It's Schermerhorn and Sauter. Campbell says, wait a minute, I'm not done yet, brother. He wanted that inside line back again. Single file, we come out of turn 4. Schermerhorn and Sauter. Sauter ran twice here this year, looked pretty formidable. Using his notes from July. Campbell back to 3rd, then it's going to be Hesselberg and Weber. Toma, then Bachman, Neisches, and Humpfeld. 3-way logjam for this 3rd, 4th, and 5th position. Two laps to go. Schermerhorn and Sauter. Chris Weber still trying to pick apart Campbell's back end. 2 spaces behind is Steve Bachman. A champion will be crowned in less than 3 minutes. A chase champ and a sportsman champ. White flag flies, 4 left turns and a front straight remain. Weber looks to the inside of Campbell. Nothing going. Screen door shut. Out of turn 4. The whites in the basket. Here comes the checkers for Rick Schermerhorn. Sauter will take 2nd. Campbell 3rd. Weber 4th. Toma 5th. Hesselberg, Bachman, Humpfeld, Neisches, and Gilster. So Rick Schermerhorn saved the best for the last.
Steve Bachman, champion, 2018 Sportsman.
Finally, I mean, after all he's been through, finally to see him win a Sportsman Championship. Hallelujah.
Billy Doc Niles, rumor has it Bachman's going into a late model next year. Shh.
I won't tell anybody, but I think it's confirmed already.
Paul, don't say nothing. When we come back, we're going to talk lacrosse late models from Thursday and Steve Carlson on KQEG TV.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
Big Boar Barbecue is up and running on the north side of La Crosse. Hi, this is Jerry Beyer at Big Boar Barbecue. Yes, the food truck is open at George and Gillette Street to make it easier for you Northsiders to find out why La Crosse County has voted us 4 years in a row as the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, and now open at George and Gillette Street. A delicious mouthful.
American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning is built to a higher standard, so you can focus on the problems in your life that actually matter.
Hey, Dave.
Like giving Jeff his ladder back before he takes it back. Or where to put the food when you both get the groceries. Or the doggy door that just became a raccoony door. Whatever you're worrying about, it won't be this. American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard.
Call today for your free estimate on a new American Standard system or schedule online at careyheating.com.
Welcome back, race fans, to Big Boar Barbecue presents Seven Rivers Racing right here in KQEG TV. Now let's move over to the lacrosse late models from Oktoberfest last weekend. And Dan, question was 4 points separating Paninsky and Carlson. Who was going to come out on top of this one?
Well, the winner I didn't think was going to, well, I kind of figured the winner was going to be the winner. Where Carlson and Paninsky ended up, that was the show. Here's how it ended.
You got caution, could cool down the tires, and maybe you can make a late run on Carlson and maybe Majeski.
Yeah, Majeski heading into turn 3, more lap traffic and about 5 cars ahead of him. Steve Carlson trying to keep pace with Seymour's Ty Majeski, 15 to go now, 14. Majeski's somewhat just cutting his way right through Butter. And again, Carlson now has Harley Jankowski between him and Majeski.
Yeah, we got to give a big shout out to Jacob Gady. He's already out, works his way up to the top 5. He started pretty far back in the field as well.
Majeski, Carlson, Paninsky, Reedy, Gady. There's your top 5 currently. One caution came out in this race. It was on lap number 1.
Going around the second lap. One lap was complete because not we had a full restart. But man, these guys are kind of got it all sorted out right now. Some pretty close battles near the back of the pack, but right now a lot of cars, lap cars and such with it. It wouldn't surprise me if this goes green or something happens here within the last few laps we got going here.
Well, again, Majeski reopens that lead again as Carlson still passing lap cars. Majeski's out of 4. Carlson trying to gain as much momentum as he can. Paninsky just now coming off of 4. Ty Reedy holding his own. He gets past Gady. That's a good battle right there for 4th and 5th. Oliver going to be lapped down the back straightaway. Steve Carlson about to put his brother Tom Carlson down a lap as we are under 10, single digits as we speak. And Majeski starts to open things back up again.
Yeah, he may have been at 75, 80% throttle. He just hammering it down now. He's gone.
8 to go across the stripe. Majeski, Carlson, Paninsky stuck in the corners of 2 and 3. And I tell you what, Paninsky had opportunities this year. They swapped the point lead once. Carlson ran out to a big lead, had a bad night. Here came Paninsky. Carlson back out to a big lead, gets wrecked. And Paninsky had another shot.
You know, we still got 6 laps to go. As that famous Yogi Berra once said, it ain't over till it's over. Who knows what can happen here?
You're exactly right. We might see some eyes open up if something would happen. Majeski, Carlson. Got Todd Oliver playing a little bumper tag back here with Mike Carlson as they head down the front. Well, 5 to go. Ty Majeski. I talked to him earlier tonight, said he wanted to sweep the entire weekend, and that's a bold statement to say that you want to sweep the entire weekend, but if there's one person that can do it, it's Ty.
Ty, you know, I was just wondering, Marty's checking, what was that? Oh, last year. Yeah, so but Ty's won this event last year, so if we had this last year, so Ty is pretty much going for 3 in a row, but if we didn't have that rain out last year.
Jacob Gady catching Nick Paninsky. Watch this for the last 4 laps.
Pretty big lead for Ty Majeski. He's got it. You can see a straightaway between 2nd and 3rd right now. Gady's trying to close in. Gady wants to try and get at least a podium finish here at Oktoberfest.
Brett Kirschner, can he make it off the track? If he can't make it off into turn 3, this could be interesting. Hell, he just got it off with 3 to go. It's been the Majeski Carlson show almost 3/4 the way through this one. Battle for 3rd, Paninsky. Here comes Gady. Ty Reedy still running that 5th position. Then it's going to be Beamish, Howland, Mike Carlson, Degenhardt, and Bradley Powell. White flag will fly for Seymour, Wisconsin's Ty Majeski. Two left turns for the 91. Part of his sweep continues right now. Your feature race winner, Ty Majeski. Carlson will take second. The battle for third will be Nick Panitsky. Fourth is Jacob Gady, rounding on the top 5, the 21 of Ty Reedy.
Well, exciting race for the NASCAR late models. Ty Majeski claims the victory. Steve Carlson, second, claims the championship. Nick Panitsky, third, claims the Chase Championship for the second year in a row. What an exciting end of the season.
And it was a fantastic 49th annual Oktoberfest race weekend. Can't wait for number 50. We're here till the end of October. Every show we have, we're going to be recapping races from Oktoberfest. Again, if you do want copies of your race, or maybe a single day or the entire fest, get a hold of us here at KQEG TV. They will burn you a copy. We'll let you know how much it may cost you, and we'll get it sent out to you.
Hey, and I want to remind everybody watching in the local markets right here, if you're watching on Thursday night, replay right afterward in, about an hour here from now.
Yeah.
Replay of Thursday night's Oktoberfest races. If you're watching on Sunday night, as soon as we are done here in just a couple of minutes, replay of Friday night's Dick Trickle 99.
And you can always catch all of our shows replayed on YouTube, 7 Rivers Racing. That's going to be a lot of Oktoberfest racing over the next month. Thanks for Billy Doc Niles, Paul Wenker, Jesse's waving on the wall right there, pushing the buttons, and all of our sponsors. We will see you next week right here on 7 Rivers Racing.
You've been watching 7 Rivers Racing on KQEG TV with Dan the Voice Dyker, Billy Doc Niles, and Paul the Statman Riker. Brought to you by Big Boar Barbecue, Highway 16 West Salem, in La Crosse on 3rd Street downtown and George and Gillette Street. Big Boar Barbecue, now that's a mouthful. By Carey Heating and Air Conditioning, your residential specialist, serving the La Crosse area since 1929. Carey Heating and Air Conditioning. Thanks for watching 7 Rivers Racing on KQEG TV.
You don't have to fly to Kansas City to get great barbecue.
4 years in a row and counting. Hi, this is Jerry Byer at Big Boar Barbecue. Once again, La Crosse County has voted us the best barbecue and best caterer in La Crosse County. Making great ribs and great barbecue has always been my passion, and it means a great deal to me that you love what we do. If you haven't tried our ribs, pulled pork, brisket, or smoked chicken, try it and you'll agree. Big Boar Barbecue, a delicious mouthful.
Yeah!